Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chuck Williams, and it is my absolute privilege and honor to be the host of the Cepeda Monday Night presentation. We do this every Monday night, and I scour the country to find a great Isagenix example to show, and tonight is no exception. Tonight we have a phenomenal speaker. But before we get into that, I just want to really quickly tell you my experience with this product. Now, in full transparency, the picture on the left, I had actually lost a little bit of that belly before I started with Isagenix. But the final 23 pounds, 25 to be absolutely exact, literally melted off my body using the Isagenix weight loss solution. Now, that same solution is what I used to gain 15 pounds of lean muscle later as I went from the middle picture to the picture on the right. So total weight management here. If you're looking to lose weight, and I don't like to say lose weight because when I lose something, I tend to find it. I donated my weight just like I did all my clothes when I went from a 38 to a 34-inch waist. Then I took the 4 inches I lost in my waist, put 2 in each bicep, and now my wife Diane says, ooh and ah, like she used to back in the high school days. Life is good around the Williams household. But tonight, you're in for a special treat as I have arranged for Duncan Driscoll to be our guest speaker. He's going to share his story. He's going to actually speak 3 different times during the presentation. So just because you hear him once or twice, don't go away. He's going to be speaking 3 times throughout this presentation. And his first time, he's just going to kind of introduce himself and tell us a little bit about his background and his story. So Duncan, it is an absolute privilege to have you as our guest tonight. Take it away, my friend.
Thanks, Chuck. And I want to thank you for inviting me on tonight. And I really appreciate the opportunity just to share, my perspective and my belief, my experience with Isagenix. I think I'll start with a product story. I got a phone call about 4 years ago from a longtime trusted friend, Herb Cepeda. Herb, Patty, and I and my wife marketed a skincare and hair care product line about 30 years ago. We had become blue diamonds or top earners with the company, and it's been a while since I'd talked with Herb. And he called me to tell me, catch up and tell me what he was doing. And he told me how much money he was making. And my response was, Herb, that's a lot of money. Passive income. Just tell me what you're doing. I don't need to know all the details. Just tell me exactly what you're doing and I'll do it. And so I bought a product package from him. I lost 4 inches off my waist in 4 weeks. It's about 4 years ago. I'm a researcher, so I wanted to see if there was anything else on the market that was similar. I went into a local GNC, and I think it was the Vitamin World, another big chain. And I went and I spoke with the managers in 2 different stores. And I wanted to see what they had that would compete against this particular product. And I was focused in on the shakes. And so I said, I'm looking for a fully balanced meal replacement with undenatured whey proteins, so not exposed to heat during processing. I said, I don't want any chemicals in the product, no steroids, no antibiotics, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, no herbicides, no pesticides, no soy lecithin, no hydrogenated oils, and no corn syrup. What do you have? And both of the managers looked at me like I was out of my mind, and they said, well, we don't have anything like that. And so at that point, I knew, we had something, I had something. And I've been a product user for about 4 years until, recently. And I'll tell you more about, my experience, with the IsaBody challenge. But that was enough. I was hooked. I've been using fruits and greens for about 3 years. I had my tonsils taken out, or they took my tonsils out when I was about 5 years old. So every year I'd get a very bad cold around the change of seasons, hacking, I couldn't shake it. And since I've been taking these products, I've been sick for 3 years. So I'm sold on the products. I'm a wholesale buyer. I'll continue using them. But I've decided to build a business with the company. So, that's really my product story in a nutshell, Chuck.
Okay, we'll be coming back to you in just a few minutes, and I appreciate that. Very interesting story. I may try that experiment myself. That sounded like a fun time. So this company, Isagenix, that Duncan was referring to, is absolutely built on integrity. And in the beginning of all of our presentations, we like to show this disclaimer. It relates to both the income that we're going to talk about. It also relates to the products. This is not some get-rich scheme. It's not some pill that you take and all of a sudden you have a body that looks like Duncan. It's just not going to happen. Basically, it takes work, but these products work, and they're guaranteed. The disclaimer is there. Kathy Coover built this company on integrity. Her and her husband, Jim, and John Anderson. You can count on it. Their vision is clear and straightforward. It is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest health and wellness company in the world. I had the privilege of hearing Eric, their son, Eric Coover, for the first time a couple of years ago in the UK, and I actually see one of our teammates in the UK on the line tonight. It's early morning there in the UK, but Eric Coover added a word to this. When it says the largest health and wellness company, he added the word the largest and most trusted. I guess that's 2 words, isn't it? Health and wellness company in the world. I really appreciate about Eric Coover and the legacy that he's going to continue. So what are some market trends that make Isagenix such a great company, both from a product standpoint and as an opportunity? Well, first of all, you've got your global weight loss market, an absolutely staggering, huge market. And here in America, you go anywhere and you see a lot of people that are just flat out obese. You also have the health and the industry where this lady is actually an Isagenix associate, very successful in the business. She uses the product for her fitness. Her name is Lori Harder. We also have a vitality and well-being segment, but what causes the need for these products? It's toxicity. We have toxicity in what we drink, in what we breathe, in what we eat, and what we put on. Needless to say, we have a lot of toxins in our body. So what are the Isagenix solutions? Well, before I get into those, let me remind everybody that this week, the company, Isagenix, has run a phenomenal promotion. It's kind of a double promotion. If a customer does a $149 order or more, which is a very, very small order, they get a free annual membership. That's absolutely amazing. That's a $39 value, absolutely free with a very small order of $149 or more. A little bigger order, $300 or more, not only do they already get the free membership, but they get free shipping on their order too. So this week is a great time to start your Isagenix account. I just want to plant that seed right away, whether you're watching this recording this week or if you're live on with us. Now, what solutions does Isagenix provide solutions for? Well, they started as a weight wellness company, and they still are known primarily as that throughout the world. But as Duncan will tell you in his IsaBody Challenge, we've also become very, very well known for our performance and the testing that's been done. The scientific research that's been done by Dr. Paul Osorio confirms that our products absolutely work when it comes to performance. In fact, he's just now getting around to testing the AMP product line. The results will be staggering. You'll hear about them in Nashville at Celebration. Vitality and well-being, one of my favorite. As a baby boomer, the vitality and well-being allows you to age gracefully and healthy. Absolutely amazing. The science behind this, we'll get more into that in just a minute. Personal care and beauty. And then the one on the far right is the financial wellness. Not only is this a great opportunity to get products to get healthy, but it's also a great opportunity to create residual wealth and a business for yourself. Now, the number one selling product of Isagenix and the number one selling shake in America is the Isaline shake. This product is a full meal replacement. Duncan kind of preluded to this a little bit in his story about how he did his due diligence. This shake has all of the things that Duncan said he was looking for at that local GNC or whatever store he went to. Absolutely amazing product, and it absolutely works. I recommend everybody have at least one of these a day to get the full nutrition they need in their body. Whether you want to gain weight, lose weight, the same products can do what your body needs it to do. I love this little analogy. I saw this on someone else's presentation. I took a screenshot of it because I absolutely love it. A fast food analogy. The fast food meal on the left there versus the Isagenix meal replacement on the right. No comparison, ladies and gentlemen. One has no nutrition or negative nutrition because it makes your body so acidic. The one on the right actually has the maximum nutrition that you can get into a meal. Then you got your calories. Almost a full day supply for the typical man in the one meal there. And then on the right, you got 240 calories. So you got maximum nutrition, low calorie. That's what makes Isagenix works for a great weight loss system. And then the cost, well, you can see the cost right there. It's a lot more expensive to go eat out fast food than it is to eat the Isagenix product. And you know what you're getting, full quality. Oh, and by the way, I find occasionally someone will say, well, I eat clean food. I don't eat that fast food, junk food. I eat clean, natural food. Well, do you eat a platter of food like this? Because this is what it would take to get the same nutrition that you have in one Isaline shake. An absolutely amazing product. Another great product is the Isagenix Supreme. Now, this helps reduce the effects of stress on your body. It also can be used throughout the day to give you energy. It can be used at night to help you sleep. It is an adaptogen. It literally goes in and adapts to what your body needs. If you've never heard Jim Coover's story about how he secured these products to make Isagenix Supreme, it's an amazing story. Give the person who invites you, they can send you the YouTube video. But our company spares no expense and scours the earth to find the very best ingredients to make these products, and this is no exception. In fact, many people you talk to in Isagenix, whether it be wholesale customers or associates, they will tell you the Isagenix Supreme is their absolute most favorite product. Now, the product the company started on was the Cleanse for Life. I saw Eric in the UK on here tonight, and in the UK they call the same exact product Nourish for Life. So different markets call the products a little different, but it's the same product. Cleanse for Life actually helps cleanse the toxins out of your body. It is not one of those colonoscopy type cleanses. It is a cellular level cleanse from the tip of your head to the bottom of your toes. It's going to get those toxins out of your body, and you're going to just feel more energetic. In fact, it's so funny to talk to people after they go on their first cleanse, and nobody knows what to expect when you first go on it. So some people have more toxins and have different results, but most people, when they go through this, they have a super high level of energy. People say, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I rearranged rooms. I was cleaning the whole house. One couple told me just the other day, a doctor friend of, in fact, my mom's doctor told me my wife and I went out and played an hour of tennis, and we haven't played tennis in a year. We just had so much energy on the day of our cleanse. Absolutely amazing product. And now we have some targeted nutrition support. I'm going to wait just a minute but I want you to remember these products right here on the right. Duncan's going to come back and talk about these in a minute. In fact, Duncan, we're going to jump off script just a little bit. Instead of waiting, I'm going to come to you right now and have you talk about these products and the IsaBody Challenge. I'll kind of flip back and forth between the slides as you talk. But Duncan, come back on and tell us about these AMP products and how they support your effort in pursuing the IsaBody Challenge. And then tell us a little bit about the IsaBody Challenge too. I'll show both slides at this point.
Okay, thanks, Chuck. Well, first I want to flash back for just a second to the shakes. The company says they have a no compromise policy towards quality. And I've seen this once before, 30 years ago. Another company came along and said, you know, they're going to put all of the good and none of the bad into their product line of skincare and hair care product. And that's what they did. And they became a $3.5 billion a year global company. So when I heard that Isagenix had a no compromise policy towards quality, again, I had to dig in a little bit. I knew a little bit about nutrition from my background, and I flipped the products around to see if they were using amino acid chelated minerals. I've known about them, and I know about the company that they buy from, and I've known about them for about 30 years. And it said amino acid chelated mineral, but I couldn't see a patent number or the name of the company they were buying from. And so that always kind of sat in the back of my head until I got out to Phoenix here recently because of the IsaBody Challenge. And I went to meet with the food scientists, the formulators, and I asked them specifically about those amino acid chelates. And the reason being is that there's only one company that does it right. They have 130 international patents on that process. Their minerals have an absorption rate of over 90% compared to less than 10% of any other form of mineral that you're going to find in any of these similar products. And if you really want to just, as a place to start, if somebody comes along and says, hey, I've got a shake too, what's so different about yours? Just flip it around, show them amino acid chelated mineral, and look for that same source on the back of their product. And 9 times out of 10, it's not there. You can knock that product right out of the box right from the beginning. Anyway, I had been in a motorcycle accident. I broke 7 ribs on my upper left side. I separated my shoulder, gave myself a pretty bad concussion. My son thought I killed myself. I was laying out in the field in Wyoming, and they took me in, x-rayed me, and you know, about a year later, my body was just about recovered. I was still sore, bruised up. I still just felt terrible. And I've been working out, you know, since I was 15. I think I got my first weight set when I was 15. And I decided, I was in such bad shape, I decided I was going to put these products, the Isagenix products and the AMP products, to the test. And I entered the contest, the IsaBody Challenge, just as a way to hold myself accountable. I knew that if I actually put my, you know, set my pictures in, that, you know, I had a little pressure on myself to perform. I never expected to hear from the company, but I knew that in the end, even if I never heard from them, I'd be in better shape than when I started. And so I just continued to do a very similar workout to what I've been doing for 40 years. And the results that I got were 100% because of the product. Even when I was in my 20s, like I didn't have a six-pack, So I'm 58 now, and I'm in the same shape right now that you're looking at in that picture about a year later. I'll tell you, I would encourage anybody to enter the challenge and see what the products do for you. I actually went through the math today. I was fooling around and saying to myself, well, 40 years of working out and not getting the results that I wanted to get. How many weeks is that I've been working out? And I multiplied 40 years by 52 weeks. I subtracted 16 weeks for the IsaBody challenge. And I came to the conclusion that it was something, let's see, 0.05% chance of getting the results that I wanted to get without Isagenix, and a 99.95% chance of getting the results that I was looking for 40 years with Isagenix. And so, it's not that that I did anything really special. It's that I had more energy when I was working out. I used the Amp Nitro. I feel like when I'm using Nitro that I don't need to rest between sets, and I don't. I'll go from one exercise to the next, and I'll go back to the first one and back to the second one. And I work out continuously without stopping for 40 minutes. And I did that 4, maybe 5 times a week during the contest. And you're looking at the results that I got. Why do we keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results? It's baffling to me. Here there are many people that have had similar results to the results that I've gotten. I just encourage everyone on the phone, not only just to go into the contest yourself, but to talk to other people and invite them in as well, because they will have a transformation, and they will win in the end. They'll be in better health because of it. Chuck?
Thank you, Duncan. Stick around. I'm going to come back to you one more time, but I want to talk a little about this world-class partnership. Basically, Isagenix has created a phenomenal opportunity for those that are interested. And the keys to success in business, learned this from both of our mentors, Herb and Patty Cepeda. Got to have a strong management team. The company's got to be solid. You do not want to get involved in a company that's a startup. You want a company that's well-established, debt-free, and has a track record of success and knows how to build internationally. That Isagenix checks that box. Products that everyone needs with real results. Well, you and I and many, many, many others are testimonies of the products working. And I love the coincidence. It just happened to be 99.95% chance of this happening. Is amazing statistics you just shared with us. These products absolutely work. People have an emotional response when the products work on their own body. A solid compensation plan. I'm going to cover that in a little bit here. But before I do, I want to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about why you chose to shift gears a little bit and go from just pretty much a product user to a business builder. But before I do, there's 2 more points, that solid compensation plan being one of them. Training and support. The Isagenix company has the best marketing, promotions, and support that I've ever seen in my 20 plus years in this industry. Absolutely second to none. And then you throw on top of that Herb and Patty Cepeda, which have the best system for training their field reps of any that I've seen in network marketing, period. You've got a match made in heaven. The Cepeda team and the Isagenix company, phenomenal training support. And then I think one of the things you want to talk about was the timing and positioning. So I want to turn it back to you and just take a few minutes and just share with us why Isagenix is a business for you. You've already had a great success. Tell us a little about your background and some of the success you see in the future for Isagenix and you.
I'm sure, Chuck. I'd love to. I'll tell you a little bit about my background. I went to St. John's University. I studied computer science. My father told me if I got an MBA and graduated with an MBA, I'd have a great career. I could go to work for a company for 40 years, put a suit and a tie on every day and go in and out of the city. And that was not appealing to me at all. And so I ate a lot of pizza. I did a lot of surfing through college. I was never really interested in learning anything that I was presented with, because quite frankly, all I really wanted to do was to do what I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do it. And I I was unaware of a business, an occupation, or profession that would give me that freedom. And so I knew that, if I had my own business, that I had a shot at becoming financially independent. And I knew if I worked for somebody else that I probably didn't. And so I left grad school after one semester. A friend of mine got involved in a business. We built it up. We sold it. We started another one. We built that up. We sold it. Started another one. Built that up and sold it. And in the late 80s, early 90s, I found out about a company that was doing $5 million a month in sales. And my wife and I got involved. We didn't understand the industry. It was a multi-level marketing company. Within 18 months, I think we had somewhere around $20,000 a month in income. We went on to grow a business from there. I think we had maybe 300,000 independent distributors with many customers, and we're in 7 countries. I semi-retired when I was 31. When about 7 years later, 8 years later, I sold that company and started a virtual reality company that was now eventually got bought out by Intel about 2 years ago. I don't know if you watched the Olympics this past year, but they were featuring virtual reality, a guy with Oculus Rift looking around. And, that was the company that I founded. And so when Herb called me originally, I was waiting for a buyout. And then, it wasn't the right time for me to do something with the business. And then, when I get out to Phoenix and I saw the subculture of the company, I saw that they really are building an incredible company. I mean, it's mind-boggling to me what they've done in the period of time that they've done it. I mean, it's just they're doing everything right. And then when I look at the industry that they're in, with their commitment to quality, that was very appealing. And then, the third element there, there's 4 really. The third was the passive residual income. I've seen all this before. I was mentored by people that were making, I'm not making any income claims here, I'm talking about the top earners in the company, but I think it's important for people to realize what the potential is if you get involved in a business. But, the people I was involved with were making $100,000, $200,000, $400,000, $500,000 a month. I'd never met anyone that made that kind of money without employees, without paperwork, without, payroll, a storefront, an investment in inventory, without all the stress and headaches that you would get from a typical business. And so, I learned that, you're either, making a lot of money and you have no time, or you're not making a lot of money and you have a lot of time, or you don't have both. You don't have a lot of money and you don't have a lot of time. So even if you're a doctor, you're trading time for money. And then, you spend 40 years of your life working. So, I'd seen this before. I've seen the timing before. I'm absolutely convinced that this company will hit its goal of becoming the largest health and wellness company in the world. And I want to be part of that. And the reason for that is that I am interested in passive residual legacy income. I want to be able to will an income to my children, because in life, I've learned that we're constrained by income. So we don't usually get to do the things that we really want to do, or the things that we're good at doing, or we can't really help other people as much as we'd like to, until we get to a point where we have freedom from lack of income. And I want my kids to be able to do what they want to do. I want them to be good. I want them to be able to use the gifts and the talents that God has given them and the passions in their hearts to serve other people. And I don't want income to be part of that constraint. So, that's what's appealing to me. And that's the reason why I've decided to build and come alongside of Isagenix. I think the timing is perfect. Anybody on this call, you could do your own research. I did some research on the Direct Selling Association. I took a company everyone's familiar with, Amway. Amway has 71 million customers in the top 10 markets. They're in 80 countries. So if this company, Isagenix, hits that same level of success in food, these are food products that you consume over and over quickly, right? I'm not talking about a leather seat cleaner for your Mustang, your antique Mustang that you might use once every couple of months and then reorder every 4 or 5 years. I'm talking about products that are consumable every day. And if they wind up doing something similar, then this company has the potential to grow 71 times larger than they are right now. That's 71 times a billion. How many more customers is that? If they've got 900,000 customers right now, you got 71 times 900,000 customers, and someone is going to bring those customers into the company. So in terms of timing, this company is in accelerated in an accelerated state of growth, momentum, whatever you want to call it. And I don't see that slowing down for a very long time. So where you could build a business and go from one city to the next, one state to the next, one country to the next, so that your income is not affected by the local economy. That is something that's worth being involved with. And so, yeah, I'm excited to be part of it. I'm blessed to be part of it. And I really see a very bright future for those that are out, telling the story. So, Chuck, I'll turn it back to you.
Duncan, you were definitely, as advertised, I really appreciate you sharing with all of us today. And I want to wrap up our call just by pointing out the opportunity you have right now as being a guest on our call. Whether it's live or the recording, you heard from someone who's had a great deal of success in his career already before Isagenix, and now he's chosen Isagenix as his vehicle to give back and to really provide for future generations. So what I want you to do at this point is get back with a person who invites you. If you want more product information, we've got videos and websites you can go to. Isagenixhealth.net is a great one. We've got videos that can talk to you about the compensation plan, how you get your products paid for, how you can make different amounts of income. But at this point in our presentation, I think you're ready to go. So all you have to do is get back with the person who invites you. First of all, tell them you want to take advantage of that free membership offer and get your account set up this week. The sooner the better. Let me tell you why. The person that's talking to you is probably talking to more people than just you. And the way this compensation plan works, we all just have two teams to build, a right team and a left team. And so the sooner you become a customer, you lock in your real estate, you lock in your position on that person's team. So whoever invited you, they did you a big favor. You want to return the favor by at least letting them know where you stand. Are you interested in just becoming a customer? And we love our customers. Don't ever get me wrong. We love our customers. Or are you interested in becoming a wholesale customer and then also make enough money to pay for your products to where you eat for free? How cool is that? Or are you like Duncan and myself and so many others on this call tonight? Are you excited about being a wholesale customer? You're excited about getting your products paid for, but you're also excited about creating a residual income that's willable to future generations. So with that, I want to encourage you to get back with the person who invites you to watch this presentation. Get your account set up. It's simple to do. The products are 100% money back guaranteed. Where else can you eat for a whole month, and if you don't like it, send it back and get your money back? That's how confident Isagenix is that you will not only like, but you'll love these products, and you'll want to be an ongoing lifetime user of the Isagenix products. So Duncan, I want to thank you for the great job you did tonight. And those of you watching this as a guest, do yourself a huge favor. Get these products into your body and see for yourself what we're so excited about. God bless y'all. And next week, we've got Laura Thompson as our guest, another phenomenal speaker. So you're going to want to come back next Monday and learn more. But if you're a guest, bring people with you, and you can start getting those products paid for. So good night, everybody. God bless you, and thank you, Duncan.
Good night, Chuck. Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Duncan. Thank you, Chuck. Great call.
Thank you.